Emmy-nominated American Morning, CNN, weekdays 6 Eastern.
This is the second year in a row that South Beach has been closed. There hasn't been a shark attack in Massachusetts since 1936. What's changing here to entice these huge creatures closer to shore?
Well, we think that it's because of the large seal population we have here in Chatham.
And how is that changing the migration habits or the feeding habits of the sharks compared to years past?
Well, the great white shark feeds on seals, and we have an abundance of seals here in Chatham. They actually, there's actually thousands of them here, and South Beach is right over right behind me. Runs about 5 miles to our south here, and that's the area that's closed.
Wow. Yeah, we're seeing all the seals bobbing up and down in the water there. I know when it comes to sharks, it's hard to get exact numbers. I mean, sometimes it's anecdotal. Somebody will tell you that they've spotted one, even though you do have the spotters out there looking for them. But you think about a dozen this year, and that's more than usual. Is it only because of the seals, or are the spotting techniques getting better?
Well, we think it's a combination of things. This year, the sharks actually arrived rather early. Last year, we spotted them close to shore in September, and this year they're here in July. Perhaps we're getting better at that. The State Division of Marine Fisheries is actually the ones who are spotting them, and some commercial fishermen as well. The warmer weather may be drawing them up here, and of course their main food source, which is the seals.
Yeah, Stuart, a question that many people might have here is how do you actually gauge the risk, and is it possible too? Some people defied the swimming ban on South Beach over the weekend, said, hey, the last thing I'm worried about is getting attacked by a shark, and much more worried about getting into a car accident. Certainly humans are not their normal prey, but sometimes mistakes happen, right?
That's right. The sharks are really after the seals, but occasionally they have made mistakes and struck a person in the water. These sharks are close to shore. They're within 3 to 4 feet of water in many cases. They have been close to people, close to surfers, and that's really the reason why we just felt it was prudent to close the beach to swimming.
And so they are closed. Those beaches are closed right now. Do you have any assessment as to whether or not you're going to open them up again, and just how at risk people are if they're swimming off the waters of Cape Cod?
Well, I think, Chatham has 66 miles of coastline, only 5 of which are closed to swimming. So there's lots of areas that you can swim that's far safer. The prohibition on swimming, we'll be evaluating that on a day-to-day basis, working with the State Division of Marine Fisheries. Greg Scommel keeps us updated. Spotter planes keep us updated as to what they're seeing, and we evaluate that.
George Breen, who's your spotter pilot, says that in 30 years he saw maybe a handful of sharks, but he saw a dozen last September. He's seen quite a few of them this year as well. Do you get a sense, Stuart, that this is a problem that you're going to be dealing with for some years to come there in Massachusetts?
Yes. I mean, last year was very unusual. They actually came in the harbor here. This year they've stayed on our barrier beaches, the shoreline. Instead of being, the rarity, it may become the norm.
Wow. And what can we learn about sharks from this behavior and from this activity? I mean, are you tagging them? Are you keeping track in any formal way?
Yes, the State Division of Marine Fisheries is tagging them. They tagged 5 last year. They'll be tagged, I think they tagged 1 or 2 this year. So that's going to be their effort, trying to tag the fish and study them.